Now we understand how we're going to use LINQ to capture our supply chain. Let's reconsider the booking aspect for our hotel. Let's dig into that a little bit and understand the thinking that we need to apply in order to build the information supply chain. So when somebody comes onto our hotel website and wants to book a room, there is a process that they go through which requires them to provide us with information, and as a result the website displays information enabling the person to make us the selection of their room and ultimately pay and confirm a booking. So let's capture that. So there's a capture event at the start of the supply chain, and that is where the client inputs their stay requirements. So let's label it. Input stay requirements. This is done by the customer. So let's take a person node, we'll attach it to the capture event, and we're going to label this customer. And they're on our website. So this is a cloud-based system. So that's the hotel website. So this is the beginning of our supply chain. I'm just going to move this down so we have some space. So the next thing that has to happen is when they input their stay requirements, they're going to have to provide us with some information. For now, we're going to call this the details of the stay. Now, we may choose at some point in the future to elaborate on this. The details of the stay are input to the website. So this is the system, which is the hotel website. The details of the stay enable an action which is search for availability. The website does this or provides this capability, but it's the person that is doing this. So the customer is doing the search for availability based on us entering the details of the stay, and again they're using the website. So here I'm going to copy the website node, I'm going to paste the system over here and connect it up to the person. So after that search for availability is done, we are going to be provided with information about the options. So these are room options, and those room options are provided to us on the website. So we'll put the system, connect that up. Once we have room options, we're able to make a selection as the customer. So I can now select the room that I would like based on what's available. So the customer is doing this and they're using the website. So I can select multiple nodes by using the control key and then control C to copy. I'm going to paste them both over here, hook that up to the select room. So there's my customer selecting a room. The result of that selection is there is a room has been selected. And this is displayed to me on the website. And once I have my room selected, I can undertake a payment. So there is a payment action that happens. Again, this is the person who is making the payment. So we'll hook them up. But this time they're using a payment gateway. So we're going to drag a cloud-based system. I'm going to drop it onto the customer over here. And we're just going to label that payment gateway. And the result of the payment is that I get a confirmation of my booking. And for that, it may well be emailed to me. So I'm just going to drop a system on here and we're going to say that's email. And the result of this is we have got to the end of our supply chain and we've met a business outcome. And there might be more than one. So the first one could be a customer satisfaction. And also, I've just paid for a room and therefore the hotel knows that they have sold a room. So I might put room sold as an outcome of this as well. So we have just thought about the process that the person needs to go through, the customer goes through on our website booking a room from an information flow perspective. The things to just reiterate here are we haven't at any point described the clicks that need to be done on the website in order to search for availability. We've captured an appropriate level of detail right now, so we may have amalgamated or aggregated some of the information inputs and outputs that are provided, so details of the stay, room options, and this might be entirely appropriate at this level of capture, and we might decide that we want to revisit some of this in order to go into more detail, and we can do that later. But the result is, very quickly, using the tool, we have managed to capture an information supply chain. We've done it in, imagine we were having a conversation with somebody about this. We've managed to do this in real time. And this is the power of using this approach to document current state inside an organization. In the next video, we're going to expand on this and show you how to input duration frequency for actions and costs of people, so we can begin to understand the cost of enabling the flow of information through the supply chain.